Well, I just fucked that up. I just fucked it up. I fucked up everything. My claps are low. Hold on. I'm sorry, everybody. I just fucked up the whole stream. I fucked up the whole stream. I don't know how I did it. Well, no, it's good now. What I did is I hit stop streaming by mistake. So my original stream that I put up, I streamed it, and then I hit stop. Oh, man, that's terrible. Everybody share the stream all over again. Now everyone's going to share a fake stream. Well, I mean, it's an authentic stream, but it's not this one. What are you talking about? Look at this. Spotify for artists. They just sent me a message. They said June was full of high notes. That's what they say. But here's the thing, right? If I go on my Spotify for artists, oh, they lying. I was gonna say it was frozen for like 3 days. I was gonna show you guys. Holy shit! Look at how many plays we got. We never do well on Spotify. Pricks. Well, happy we hate Spotify. I don't care how many plays we get out of there. It's still a piece of shit platform. I kind of want to see how much shit we can actually talk before they actually get rid of us. Like, how long will they go? No, I'm just playing. I'm just being immature. Hey, I love these new bee emotes on Twitch. So if you're one of our Twitch friends, you're welcome to use our new swarm bee emotes. They're the cutest things. They really are. Hey, it's staff member Hans. Look, I'm not going to spend a ton of time today. I'm not going to spend a ton of time goofing off because I got shit to do. Really do. I got a lot going on this week. I got to get to it. So, a couple of things. If it's hot on Wednesday, we're not doing the honeycomb hideout. It's just too damn hot. It's so hot. And because we're getting ready for Rockfest next, I almost said next year, in a couple weeks. Like, we're here. We're on the month. It's July. Is it July 1st? It's July 1st. Oh, 2nd, whatever it is. Look, I don't even know what's going on. I know that it's July 2nd, and I do know we have to be in Wisconsin in a couple weeks. So I'm a little frazzled. I don't think it's a great idea to prioritize melting in the heat on Wednesdays. So we're going to ask Lexi. Hold on. Lexi, can you check the temperature for Wednesday to see if we're going to do the podcast or not? All right, no, then she'll get back to me with that. But I will also not be doing the morning show tomorrow. So if you guys, it's Tuesday, right? Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Tomorrow, I will not be here at 11 o'clock because we have band rehearsal. So I'm going to be playing music on Wednesdays, and then if it's cool enough, we'll host the podcast that night. But we're also in the middle of trying to upgrade the podcast and go to Rockfest and release music. This is going to make your eyes cross. So just keep in mind, we're trying to do all of this stuff, and we've never done it before, basically. It's just going to take us some time to figure out how to get comfortable doing the podcasts and live streams consistently while trying to prepare for Rockfest. It's just a little bit difficult. So forgive us if we can't be readily available. I'm really excited about see, it's going to be 87.
Yeah, I was about to tell you. So, it's going to be humidity 45% humidity.
I thought you said humility. I said I have tons of humility already. I'm as humble as they come.
Humidity.
Okay. Said the low for Wednesday night is 56. Yeah, but how is it at 7 o'clock?
The sun's still out.
Right. What do you mean?
At nights when the sun is not out.
Come on, Hans. Share the stream. I kind of want to wait for for Geo because there's a U.S. No AI Fraud Act, and it targets abusive AI deepfakes and voice clones. See? I'm the only guy in his 40s that drinks Capri Sun. The other week, like, I was having a video call with my daughter, and I'm, like, doing the Capri Sun thing. Like, she didn't skip a beat. Like, I'm doing the Capri Sun thing, and she's, like, it's completely normal.
Does she also have Capri?
No, I should ask her if she likes them. A group of U.S. politicians have introduced the latest piece of legislation that aims to regulate generative artificial intelligence technologies, and it's called the No AI Fraud Act. Yeah? Yes, that's a lengthy acronym, as it is often the case with proposed bills in the United States. Here it stands for No AI Fake Replicas and Unauthorized Duplications, which gives a clear sense of its focus. It's been introduced today by the House of Representatives by Republican Maria Elvira Salazar, Nathaniel Moran, and Rob Whitman, and the Democrats Madeline Dean and Joe Morell. That's, senseless shit. I don't think it matters who did it. But it targets abusive AI deepfakes, voice clones, and exploitive digital human impersonations, and would be in place the guardrails to protect artists and public figures, like Lexi. You're coming out with music next month. You're coming out with your first song. Guys, Lexi's coming out with a song with Melissa next month. We're so freaking excited. We're so excited. I want to interview you after. I want to interview you about the experience. We're going to bring you on and we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to interview Geo at Rockfest.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Definitely. That has to be a thing.
So, what'd you say? It's 56? 56 at 3 a.m. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because the sun's down.
That's probably because there's no, burning planet in the sky. I'll do it to you. You know what I mean?
Not on our side.
That's what I'm saying.
On the other side.
Right. There's a big burning rock. Here. Warm up. You're right. This shit is crazy. They move it all around. They move it all around. Right. You know what? We are definitely the galaxy's rotisserie chicken. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Brandy's laughing and shit. And you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Stop it. All right. You know what I always wonder? It just came to me. I know it's random. It's not quite on topic. We get a lot of hecklers on the page. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of people, right? That Melissa put up a post yesterday about water. You know what I mean? It's like 400 comments about water, and trust me, water's a big deal. I'm not by any means making fun of her and her post. I think it was an intelligent conversation to bring up. She found out a constructive way to bring up a deep issue without making it a deep issue. She just brought up water. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's great. But we get a ton of like hecklers and what I like to call meanies, bullies on the page, and it's advertised that I show up here every morning, but they never show up. You know, I don't know. It's a comment section thing. People will leave like meanie comments, but then like they're never here when I'm here.
That's very peculiar.
I don't want them to be here. I'm just, you know what I mean. I don't want them to be here. I don't. I mean, I wish they wouldn't be here. But what I'm saying is,
Don't we all?
people that don't like our page, I'm always mystified because I'm like, then why do you come back? Like when I don't like things, I ignore it usually. Like the dishes over there, I don't like them, so I've been avoiding them all morning. But this is different. It's out. I felt it. Let's continue on with these guys. Um, so as with the new bill to regulate AI and deepfakes, music industry organizations have welcomed the new bill. RIAA chairman and CEO Mitch Glazier called it a meaningful step towards building a safe, responsible, and ethical AI ecosystem. I'm going to share this out again. I'm going to share this out. One more again. Because I did mess up. I did screw up. So I just want to be able to share this, at least to my own page. Because I screwed it up. See, this says I was live 14 minutes ago. That's not good. What the hell's going on here? Forgive me, seriously. So this is the old video. I'm no longer on that video, right? Right. So where's the new video? Is Melissa still watching this? Yo, Melissa! She's going to have to help me with this thing. This is tragic. Did you delete the old one?
Yeah. Why?
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Except on Facebook.
Except on Facebook. Did you do it from, sorry to be disannoying. Did you do it on, silly YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, 13 minutes. Is this really me talking right now? Okay, this is really me. All right. Now I can share this again.
I love the new emotes.
I do too. I wish I could use those emotes here. Brandy Doubleday. I've always loved that last name.
Oh, they do. They animate at least on the window there. They don't animate over here. That's
Well, we don't need it. This is just a.
yeah, that's true.
Nobody sees that.
Yeah,
Only we see that. You know.
that's true.
So there you go. So I'm sorry for doing that false alarm stream, but that's it. We're not gonna get crazy about it. Quote, putting in place guardrails like No AI Fraud Act is a necessary step to protect individual rights, preserve and promote creative arts, and ensure the integrity and trustworthiness of AI, he added in his statement. Lobbying group, the Human Artistry Campaign, which includes more than 170 music and creative industry bodies in its membership, has also hailed the bill. So it seems like everybody's really excited about this. Universal Music Group supports the No AI Fraud Act. No one should be able to steal someone's image, likeness, or voice. That's what UMG said. Yeah. And if you, I mean, if you guys didn't know, there are a bunch of products that are available, however, that artists can use to recreate themselves. You know, I was pointing out last week several artists have opted in to make AI versions of themselves already. So I don't know. Are we going to see an artificial Melissa Wolf? I don't know. Um, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not the type of person to say what I'm going to do without knowing as much information as I can about something. I think this all of this stuff is still so new. Um, I remember just a few years ago there were a lot of people who said they wouldn't even consider living in a city with cameras on every corner, and now we do. Before 2019, I knew handfuls of people that would have told you, I'll never use social media. I'll never use social internet. And 2020 and 2021 proved that those people, given the circumstances, those people were willing to reverse their decision and come on social media when they felt it became necessary. So there's a lot of things that we say in life, We always say what we're going to do or what we're not going to do, and all of these of course these companies are all gadgets and manufacturing products that can predict what we're going to do and what we're going to buy and who we want to date. I mean, that's why everybody pushes machine learning, right? Is because it can predict how you sound. It can predict your next move, right? I mean, isn't that the mystique and the allure and isn't that the luxury of machine learning, is that you don't have to do anything? See, I mean, I guess for me, I don't live in a reality yet where I want someone or a thing to do the thing that I do. I still live in a reality where I am excited to do the work that William needs. You know what I mean? Like I'm a work in progress. Um, I'm a terribly flawed human being that has a lot to work on. I don't know who you are at home. Maybe you're fucking Peter Perfect. I guess that's you. But not me. In fact, my entire life is dedicated to being a work in progress. And I'm always looking for ways to upgrade my consciousness. I'm always looking for ways to expand and update my human experience. And I'm always looking to update and upgrade the value in human experience and quality of life of those that spend their time. I'm always looking to upgrade the quality of the people that are spending time with me every day. So that's the type of stuff that I'm always working on, is, you know what I mean? How can I add value and quality to the lives of the people in my life that prioritize me? Those are the people that I'm focused in on. I don't know, but I mean it. Let's do another story. I don't know how I feel about all this stuff yet. It's so new. I just don't want to say that I don't want to say, oh, we're never gonna. I mean, that's what everybody says. Everybody says that when something's brand new, everybody says they're not gonna do it, and then they all do it, and they all look silly. So because I'm a work in progress, I still got a lot to learn. I know the internet is filled with people in an atmosphere that encourages everyone to be experts and know everything. Um, we live in a time in a world where complete strangers believe that they have access and powers and ability and the right, um, and the accuracy, um, to be a part of your private life. We just live in a strange time where we can glance over the first few words or sentences or paragraphs and think we know everything about a person. It's a very bizarre time we live in. People love their bands, but they only glance over the first few layers. They only know the most popular songs. People love their country and they love their religion, right? But they only skim past the first few layers and chapters. They only skim and look over the first, most popular, fun parts. People love their jobs, I mean, many people introduce themselves by what they're forced to do. Hi, I'm Jeff, the janitor. Hi, I'm Peter, the trash man. I'm Dave, the roofer. Everyone's got to make a living, but very rarely do we introduce ourselves by our true identity. And our true identity is the person who we see ourselves and who we want to be. Quite simply, we could introduce ourselves by what we love to do. And, like, just for instance, say you jump rope all day. You could say, hey, I'm Dave, the jump roper. Let's say you do more jumping rope than you do going to work. Let's say you work at the gas station, but the rest of your life you jump rope. When people say, hey, Dave, I'm Dave, I work at the gas station. No, man, you're Dave, the jump roper that works at the gas station. Because what do you spend your money on when you get a check at the gas station? Jump rope. That's all I'm trying to say, guys, is don't be afraid to be a work in progress. You're either living your life or you're dying your life. But everything reaches equilibrium. All right. So, I don't know. Do you guys know who Deadmau5 is? I've heard this name throughout, I think maybe like in my 20s I started hearing about this guy. Is it a DJ? It's a DJ, right? So I don't really know about it. I guess it's like techno music. Does anybody know what Deadmau5 is? Maybe you could tell me what it is. If anybody knows what Deadmau5 is. Hans says he will never listen to an AI version of Melissa Songbird. That's crazy. Well, Hans, I don't want to force you to do that. I don't think I don't forecast anytime soon. I don't predict that me and Melissa will come out with any version of artificial music, because like I said, the reason me and Melissa got into building bands and playing on stage with a band, because it's fucking hard. Like that's why we did it. People use AI and gadgets in an attempt to make things easy. Does that make sense? So why would anyone want to use artificial intelligence? It would be to leverage hard work. It would be to leverage your time and make hard work more luxurious. The reason why we claim We claim to use computers and calculators and telephones and social media because the big idea is that it's luxurious, it's convenient, it brings us all together, it's easy, or it's going to get things done quickly. That's the big sell. You feel me? That's the big sell, everybody. But I'm not convinced that it all works like that. I don't know. I don't really feel that social media has in the best understanding of our English, I don't think it's brought us together more or better. You know, not more or better. And this is at a lack of better qualified English words. There must be a better collection of words that I could be putting together for this. But just on the surface, man, like, you know, just having highways and vehicles hasn't connected us as people. We're not agreeing more. People aren't making more money. You know, like no one's using social media and being able to pay their bills more, or they're not healthier. You know, like AI or vacuums or microwaves or appliances or any other machines, luxury computer chips, none of this stuff has like made people happier or made people or encourage people to fall in love or rebuild the rainforest, or, you know, having computers hasn't stopped people from raping people or knocking over banks. Having AI is not going to convince us. It has not convinced us to turn away from hatred or racism or arguments. So until any of this stuff comes into our lives, and manifests real world physical quality, I feel like a lot of this stuff sets sail with good intentions, and by the time it reaches equilibrium in the corporate world, it starts siphoning from, you know, its legacy motives. It starts, you know, you start off with great intentions, you know, and then you wind up with something that exploits people and takes advantage of people. So anyhow, the dead mouse thing, I don't really know who they are, but I know that they are in a growing pool of artists that threaten Spotify exit over Daniel X comments, and he even has some choice words to say himself. But remember when Daniel X comments about the cost of creating content? Now, this is Daniel Ek of Spotify. And hey, I'll say this month we're doing great on Spotify. It's too bad we're going to have to remove our music. Following a tidal wave of related pushback from artists and fans, deadmau5 is now threatening to pull his catalog over the remarks. So the Ontario-born DJ, he is a DJ, confirmed as much in an Instagram post which features a screenshot of an article concerning X's statement. We covered the billionaire's ill-advised disclosure, and when they say we, they mean Digital Music News. If you guys don't follow along already, you're missing out. You guys have been watching me. This is my, 60th something episode, right? So we've done this show 60 some odd times. We're almost to 100 episodes already. But this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, you guys should be. You don't have to, but if I was you, you guys could be following on. You got the Digital Music News. You've got Music Ally. Jump into these, man. You guys can fill out. Look at this. Subscribe to our newsletter. Why aren't you guys doing it? So you guys can follow along with me. It's awesome. It's awesome. So anyways, The Ontario DJ confirmed as much in an Instagram post, which features a screenshot of an article concerning X statement. Digital Music News covered the billionaire's ill-advised disclosure that the cost of creating content is close to zero. We all know that that's a silly thing. Whether deadmau5 missed the initial wave of controversy, I feel like he was a little bit late to the party there, or intentionally opted against addressing the subject, he only recently let his position be known. 43-year-old deadmau5 wrote, "The cost of creating content was 25 years of my life, and much of those proceedings going to your company, you complete fucking idiot." And then he added Spotify. And, well, I mean, is he still on there? Did he remove it yet? Let's check it out. I'll get to that in a moment. I don't even know how to use Spotify. Look at me, I'm all over the place. Okay, let me get this right. deadmau5. Oh, there he is. Dude, he's still rocking though. So cool. Cool. He's got some cool stage builds, man. He's still doing all right. Good for him, man. You know, I don't really know this artist. I don't know nothing about him, but he wears the mouse head. I like that. That's cool. I'm into it. I feel like that's something Hans would wear. Hans, you should wear more like. Oh wow, hey, what's up? Malcolm's here, man. Hey, I was just talking about Swarmy Fest. Wow, like Swarmy Fest kicked off like it's just all of a sudden yesterday it started exploding big time. So this thing we're up. We got the build going. Right after this, we'll continue it, but it's moving. I would expect to start seeing Swarmy Fest artwork before we go to Rockfest. I would. What is it? It's the 2nd today, for sure. Yeah, I would say within another week or two, I would definitely I would prepare for Swarmy Fest flyers. I'm so excited. But one thing at a time, I got to do this Rockfest stuff, and I forgot to send a message to this young man. Are you still at work? There you go. Gotta remember everything, right? So I hope you're doing well, Malcolm. I'm covering this deadmau5. Nobody said what type of music this is. Do I have to go listen to it? Yikes. So, in responding to a comment about how much fans hate Spotify, the 7-time Grammy nominee made clear that he may opt to remove his body of work from the platform altogether. Quote, "I feel that," summed up deadmau5. Quote, "I'm about to pull my catalog from these fucking vultures. Enough is enough." He sounds like William Savant. Notwithstanding the commitment. Yo, can I tell you guys the truth? I think we've gotten more streams from Spotify this year than we ever have. But that still does not change the fact that they're dishonest and unfair. So this is going to be a long road. Notwithstanding the commitment, deadmau5's catalog was still live on Spotify, which I just checked, where the producer has nearly 5 million monthly listeners. I don't know why that ever matters on Spotify, because it's not like you can send these million people a message. So what's the point? At the time of this writing, worth noting is that 2023's KX5, Deadmau5's first studio album in 7 years, is a collaboration with, I don't even know how to say that, Cascade? Bro, I don't even know. I thought Sepsis was a silly name. I don't even know what that is. Furthermore, less than 1 year has passed since Pixie Links founder Deadmau5 rather directly thanked Spotify for featuring his work and logo on its Dance Favorites playlist. That wasn't even the first time the electronic veteran has expressed gratitude for a promotional push from the service. So once they got along. So when Spotify was, being nice to them, they was excited about it. I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters. There was one time our record label was really nice to us, and then they weren't. So what does that mean? Like, you could swap that for a Sepsis story. Like, at one time, Sepsis got along with these people, and then they didn't. Yeah, I mean, come on. Semantics. Silly stuff. It's not important. It's not a priority. Among other things, the points appear to underscore the considerable marketing potential associated with Spotify. At the top level, the My Spotify creator, which had 615 million monthly active users in Q1 of 2024, reportedly guarantees a set number of spots on official playlists to major label acts in the appropriate licensing deals. Listen to what that just said. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Interesting. At the top level, the My Spotify creator, which has 615 million monthly active users as of Q1 in 2024, reportedly guarantees a set number of spots. Damn it. Among other things, at the top level, the My Spotify creator, which had 615 million monthly active users as of Q1 in 2024, reportedly guarantees a set number of spots on official playlists to major label acts in the appropriate licensing deals. Wow. It guarantees a set number of spots on official playlists. How many artists do you know? How many artists have you met that get a guaranteed set number of spots on official playlists on Spotify? Wow. More significantly, said marketing potential isn't limited to streams and listeners. Spotify and AEG are currently collaborating on a pre-sale offer around Sabrina Carpenter's forthcoming arena tour, for instance. If you're a regular artist and you ask people to pre-save your music, you get nothing. Yeah, pre-saving music on streaming sites is fucking pointless. There's absolutely no reason to do it. You have to ask yourself, what are my fans getting by pre-saving this? You're just driving traffic to the Spotify app. You're just driving traffic to the pre-sale link, which just boosts the score and reputation of the tech site, not the musician. It's disgusting. Among other things, and more significantly, the bigger picture, Deadmau5 is hardly alone in holding a far from positive opinion at Spotify at the present. Due to the unprecedented reclassification of Spotify's main music packages as bundles in the US, and despite the subsequent rollout of music-only plans, that list is long. And it's a list of disgruntled parties now include the NMPA, the Mechanical Licensing Collective, and several others. Those reclassifications have brought about a double-digit decline in Spotify's U.S. mechanical royalty payments. And factoring for modest subscriber growth and prices increases could well cost publishers materially through 2027's end. So this is going on for a long time. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Well, we live in strange times, everybody. We live in really strange times. Let me see what we got here. That's a good one. Little news on radio, not like musicians play on it or anything. Sometimes I offer and present some news on commercial, terrestrial, and college radio. Like vinyl or cassettes, believe it or not. There are fans of books. Like people still love, pieces of tree carved up, and people put the ink on the thin layers of the tree and they bind it together. It's called a book. And people put the alphabet in it, But some people still like that. So, and I actually, for those people that love compact discs have just made a revolutionary upgrade. I don't know if it's going to have the power to resurrect the compact disc, but if you wanted to right now, you could look up right now. They've just made a major breakthrough in the quality and space on a compact disc. It's really quite revolutionary. But they'll probably only care in a different country. There are other places where CD and vinyl do well. So when I tell artists there is a market in radio, there is a market in vinyl, there is a market in cassettes, there is other places, there are other markets other than streaming. They're there. It's just whether you want to invest your time and energy getting there and staying there and maintaining your presence there. If you get on radio, if you get on XM radio, if you know what I mean, however much you invested to get there, now you have to maintain that, right? If you're a big social media influencer or podcaster, even the vloggers, they have an interest, they have a concern, and not just investing and getting to that spot, but remaining there, right? So there, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that listen to radio. Just you don't, people do listen to radio, just you don't. So sometimes I cover it. Excuse me. The lack of performance royalties for artists when their songs are played on AM or FM radio stations in the U.S. remains a running sore for the music industry there, and a puzzling quirk for people in other countries where such royalties are well established. The American Music Fairness Act is a proposal that could change this situation. Music Ally has covered the initial introduction in June of 2021 and the legislative steps in 22 and continuing debate about its measures in 23. Yesterday brought the latest installment in its potential plan to the statue's book. It was a hearing in the House Judiciary's Committee, Subcommittee on Courts, Intellectual Property, and the Internet, titled Radio, Music, and Copyrights, 100 Years of Inequity for Recording Artists, which rather does give you a sense of how the winds are blowing in terms of opinions. Musician Randy Travis and Sound Exchange boss Michael Hoop gave evidence in favor of the proposed act, with Travis's testimony delivered by his wife Mary due to the health issues that have left him unable to speak or sing. Sorry about that, buddy. I'm sorry you can't talk. No, that's really tough. Hard to make a point if you can't say anything. National Association of Broadcasters boss Curtis Leggett of Radio 1 exec Eddie Harrell Jr. offered evidence from the other side of the debate. You can read the full prepared testimonies here. Wow, this is good stuff. I mean, I could put it in the chat, but I don't think you guys are going to read that. If you want it, I got it. The do or die promotional aspect provided by radio to artists, long argued is the reason to keep the status quo, no longer holds water, argued Travis. Quote, the advent of streaming has all but replaced physical record and CD sales, and there are no guarantees that listeners are running out to buy concert tickets and T-shirts. Quote, just as home builders don't get their bricks for free, radio shouldn't get the very foundation of their business for free either. An increasingly prominent point in this debate that some overseas countries, like France, don't pay radio performance royalties to American artists. They're robbing Peter to pay Pierre, was how he colorfully described this, although the logical response is to note that in the U.S., neither Peter or Pierre is getting paid in this context. In America, musicians don't get paid at all. So there you have it. Passing AMFA will, I don't know that word. Alert. Repatriate. We're going to have to look this one up. We ain't doing it like that. So what we do here is when we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, we look it up. Because we can't do that. I refuse to read something and not know. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. You know, if you guys are ever reading something in a book or whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. You come across a word on the news, don't pretend like you know it. Just look on your phone, you lazy fuck. We all walk around with computers in our pockets. Like, just look the fucking word up. Oh. Is that how it's said? Sorry for taking all this time. All right. So, what does it mean to repatriate something? The act or process of restoring or returning someone or something to the country of origin, allegiance, or citizenship. Passing AMFA will repatriate hundreds of millions of dollars in overseas royalties to American performers. Now we know what that means. I didn't know what that meant before that, did you? I mean, don't lie. I didn't know what that word was. So Leggett provided the counter arguments, some of which are essentially that radio provides services, including local news and emergency information, for free, that being forced to start paying performance royalties would be simply economically unattainable and thus would hurt those other services. So I guess paying musicians, it's argued that paying musicians fairly would hurt emergency services and news services. Quote, it would also incentivize radio stations to pay less music per hour, shift to non-music formats as a means of economic survival. We've already done that, though, haven't we? I mean, most of AM and FM now is news and talk radio and sports. We've already done that on this program. So the radio is not filled with music. And if the music that is on the radio is old music, you know, music from 100 fucking years ago. There are no new radio stations. It's dead air. The music industry gives these arguments the shortest of shrifts. And it does for the other line of criticism of the proposal and legislation, which is that it ignores radio's other economic value to artists. Free airplay for free promotion. What? Both sides have been making their cases for years now. The question is whether those arguments and whose arguments Congress will find most sympathetic. And as we enter a politically fraught few months for the United States, how that translates into further progress for the American Music Fairness Act. There y'all have it. Yo, what up, Rance? What's going on? Yeah, so that's it, man. That's the story today. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. We are coming up on the hour. I will be returning. I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be back on Thursday, you guys. So I appreciate all of you for showing up today and sharing the stream. My apologies for the false start. Get ready, and let's meet up again on Thursday for another episode of William versus the World. Music industry news, social media, and technology. Every day right here on our social media networks, YouTube, Twitch, and of course our home base here on Facebook and our group, The Swarm. Check us out on www.sepsis.com. You guys be kind, be cool. Keep it